How hard is it to find a man who doesn't want kids? 33F dating 33M. My boyfriend, 33M, and I, 33F, have been dating for a little over 2 years. He definitely wants to have kids and I'm pretty sure I don't. We've had several discussions about it and he knows I'm on the fence and mostly leaning towards no. I think he thinks that I'm going to change my mind, but I don't think that's likely. I've given it a lot of thought and I keep coming back to not wanting to have them. The cons outweigh the pros for me and I think I'd be happier child-free. I'm going to have another discussion with him about this soon and make it clear that I most likely won't change my mind. He's probably going to break up with me cause it's a deal breaker for him, which I'm prepared for. I feel like most people want to have kids and I'm a little fearful I won't find someone who doesn't. How hard is it to find a man who doesn't want to have, and doesn't already have any, children? We live in a major metropolitan city so meeting new people isn't hard. ETA. No one has really asked but I just wanted to clarify that I thought I'd probably have kids when we started dating cause that's what most people do. But the more seriously I thought about it, the more I realized I don't want them. For what it's worth, I ended a relationship for this same reason and was back on the market at 35. I found it was actually an asset when dating again. Anecdotally from my male friends, a majority of women in this age bracket either have kids or imminently want to have kids, and a lot of the single men at this age want to be child-free, would already have kids if that's what they wanted. A friend of mine who's a little older than you has been killing it on the apps finding guys who don't want kids. I think living in a city helps. She is a little more flexible with guys who have kids. She doesn't mind teenagers or older, she just doesn't want to do carpool and bake for the bake sale. Ya know? So think about your hard deal breakers. The key is being really honest and upfront about who you are and seeking people who are similarly minded. Heart. Make it clear to him that you don't want kids and you don't want him holding out in the hopes you'll change your mind only to be disappointed down the road. In this economy I don't think you'll have much trouble finding a child-free man. Parenthood has been practically priced out of the market. I think you guys should break up now. There's no sense in dragging it out. And there are plenty of guys who don't want kids. I think your best bet is to just be upfront in the beginning that being child-free is a non-negotiable for you. First, you need to end things now. Second, it's not impossible to find a man who doesn't want kids, but you're going to have to be overt about your intentions and only date guys with similar feelings. You need to end your relationship now. He wants kids and you don't. You're not compatible at all. You don't have kids just because that's what most people do. You have kids because you actually want them. There are plenty of men who don't want kids. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a dating app for child-free people. Make it known from day one you don't want kids and will not change your mind. To be fair to your BF, you really need to stop being so vague. Just tell him you don't want kids. Saying you, most likely, won't want kids will leave open the interpretation that you could still change your mind. Stop fence-sitting. For his sake and for yours. FYI, making a definitive choice one way or the other is also going to be very necessary in finding a partner who doesn't want children. Which isn't difficult at all. BTW. The only stopper is going to be if you continue to be vague. If you are vague, you're just going to run into the same situation. I feel like it's becoming more and more common as time goes by. In your 30s, gotta mention the heavy stuff up front. All the things you know about yourself that are deal breakers. You gotta figure out and walk when they don't match up, or you end up unhappy. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that hard. I am one myself and it's getting increasingly more common the younger generation you're in, as well as being sensible in a seemingly global recession, cost of living crisis, etc. If you live in a major metropolitan area, I think, as long as you're upfront and clear about it, it shouldn't really affect your frequency for dating. I personally know several couples who have decided to not have children. Instead of finding out they were infertile, many of these couples are married, so it is hardly impossible to find such a person. There's no compromise and someone has to give in, probably time to move on. You guys are incompatible with each other. Dump him and set him free. Don't know the percentage of guys that don't want kids. I'm one of them. Let the guy go. Neither one of you will see eye to eye on this issue. It's better not to waste each other's time. Child-free here. I start by getting it out of the way ASAP when I was dating. And if our opinion on the matter wasn't the same, then I wouldn't continue a relationship with them. I had several partners who assumed I would change my mind, so lied in the beginning, then got upset when I ended the relationship later down the line because of this assumption. Now been with my hubs for 12 years and he is also very much child-free, to the point when I had to go off birth control he got the snip without any hesitation. We have several male friends who similarly are not interested in having kids. These men are out there. It's okay that you have changed your stance from maybe to defo no. But you have to be honest with him that it's not on the cards and won't be, and take the end of the relationship well. He is still able to go find a woman who can have that future with him. Best not drag it out. I'm a major city? Not hard at all. I'm one of those, and I know plenty of people, men and women, who don't. Crazy. I went to this party the other day and there were hella older people. Like 20 plus years older than me. No one had kids and none looked their age. They all looked younger. Was so surprised cause I saw some dude that was 57 and he looked like he was late 30s, early 40s. Crazy how much younger you look if you don't have kids. Not hard. But it's something to be upfront with. Think first few weeks of dating as to not waste anyone's time now that you know. This is a prime situation to pre-screen with an online dating profile if you're looking in that direction to find a partner. I'd say, just from a respectful stance, to just end things as they are. Be mature about it and settle it before it drags out any longer. You're wasting both his and your time. Go to our child-free. Lots of people don't want kids. Just keep looking. This decision is not one where compromise is possible. Child-free woman here. It's hard, but not impossible. But it definitely narrows your dating pool significantly. I've had to be more flexible about some of my other criteria, such as distance. In order to find child-free men I find attractive to date. Finding child-free men isn't that difficult. But finding ones you're compatible with and attracted to can be a challenge. But don't let that deter you from living the life you want. If kids won't make you happy, no need to pursue relationships with people who have or want to have them. Just because something is difficult doesn't mean it isn't worth the extra effort. Consider joining child-free meetup groups or visiting the RCF4CF. We even have a Discord group for friends, romantic connection, and just general support.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.